Runaway inflation is crushing Alaskans, from filling up the truck to fueling the boat to feeding your family. We are all paying more and getting less. As your senator, I voted to stop trillions in wasteful spending and led the charge to expand Alaskan energy production in order to lower gas prices, build a stronger economy, and put more money back into your pocket.
Lisa Murkowski is for hard-working Alaskans, always.
I'm Lisa Murkowski, and I approve this message.
Thank you for interviewing with us. What are your greatest strengths?
My differences are my strengths.
It is time we start building a workforce that recognizes that our greatest strengths lie in our differences.
Join us at deliveringjobs.org.
Tonight at 6:30, Representative Mary Peltola officially sworn into office in Washington, D.C.
Thank you, Speaker.
President Biden heads to Detroit to talk about what his administration calls an electric vehicle manufacturing boom, plus opioid rescue kits available across Alaska. We'll tell you how you can get your hands on life-saving naloxone.
Sunshine breaks in the next few days. I'll have that full forecast for you.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this oath, this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which you are about to enter, so help you God? Congratulations, you are now members of the Honorary Citizen.
Democrat Mary Peltola was sworn into Congress today to finish out the late Rep. Don Young's term as the Alaska native and first Alaskan woman in the United States House of Representatives. Representative Peltola defeated Republican Sarah Palin and Nick Begich III in a special election on August 16th. Congresswoman Peltola reflected on her new role in a floor speech following her induction into the 117th Congress.
It is the honor of my life to represent Alaska, a place my elders and ancestors have called home for thousands of years, where to this day many people in my community carry forward our traditions of hunting and fishing. I am humbled and deeply honored to be the first Alaska Native elected to this body, the first woman to hold Alaska's House seat. But to be clear, I'm here to represent all Alaskans. I will work every day to make all Alaskans proud that they have entrusted me to carry their voices here. I promised Alaskans I would fight for our families to lower the cost of living that is pushing too many of us to the brink, to invest in high-quality childcare and early education, and to grow Alaska's economy with good jobs that pay a fair wage.
The current session of Congress is set to end on December 15th, and the winner of the general election for Alaska's House seat will begin that term in January. A nice day for Anchorage today. Some blue skies with a few clouds scattered in there, but a change from all the rain we've been seeing, which is nice. Jackie's in the Weather Center with more. Jackie.
Yeah, thumbs up on that. And we get to keep this change. We'll still see some showers, but definitely more sunshine will break out in the next few days. And check out one of those showers passing over the arm right into the Anchorage area as we go through the afternoon hours. Now, we'll take a look at our satellite and radar. We're able to see the showers out there near Hope and continuing to roll north. And some of these are actually heavy in nature on the west side of the inlet and also between Homer and then north to Sterling. Now, back in Anchorage, our current temperatures mostly into the 50s, still hanging at 60 degrees right there at Campbell Creek Science Center. Midtown, we're at 58. In the forecast for South Central, showers decreasing over the Kenai Peninsula. They do linger a bit longer for Prince William Sound and areas to our north. Even some snow in the higher elevations, but another round of rain Thursday evening to Friday morning before a break again develops. So clouds and showers in the forecast for tonight as well as overnight, but the lows dropping to the 40s. And in tomorrow and as well as the next couple of days, we'll see some breaks coming our way. Sunny breaks. Isolated showers tomorrow, less so on Thursday. The rain back on Friday. Dave, back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jackie. President Joe Biden headed for Detroit for the start of the North American International Auto Show. And as Nicole Newman tells us, is expected to highlight the spark of a surge in electric vehicle production.
The future is designed in Detroit. That's the slogan of this year's North American International Auto Show in Michigan. When the event kicks off Wednesday, President Biden is scheduled to highlight how his economic plan is driving what the White House calls, quote, an electric vehicle manufacturing boom.
Under President Biden, the private sector has invested over $100 billion to make more electric cars and their parts in America, create jobs for our auto workers, and strengthen our domestic supply chains.
It's now law.
The president's visit to Detroit comes on the heels of the signing of the Inflation Reduction Act into law last month, a law which Republicans criticize. Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has repeatedly criticized the tax credits intended to fuel purchases of electric vehicles, saying Democrats want to subsidize rich people buying electric cars that cost more than the median American household earns in an entire year. The White House says the policies are about more than tax cuts. The legislation has key investments for reducing carbon emissions by roughly 40% by 2030.
Major companies have already announced billions of additional dollars in new investments to boost American clean energy manufacturing and create good-paying jobs.
These investments are in addition to General Motors' announcement in Lansing back in January to spend more than $7 billion and create 4,000 new jobs to boost electric vehicle manufacturing. When President Biden visited Detroit in November to tout the bipartisan infrastructure law, it was at a General Motors factory. During his speech, he thanked the Michigan congressional delegation, specifically Senator Debbie Stabenow and Congressman Dan Kildee, for proposing the additional tax credit of $4,500 for union-made vehicles. In Washington, I'm Nicole Newman.
Well, 2.5 years into the COVID-19 pandemic, a poll from Axios says most Americans are doing relatively well, except with finances. The result of the poll showed 80 to 90% of respondents say they have somewhat good or good physical and mental health, emotional well-being, and home lives, and more than 80% say the United States is in a better place now than a year ago, though nearly 90% say COVID has changed things forever. But the numbers aren't quite as optimistic for financial health, as 78% of people say their personal finances are in somewhat good or very good shape, like due in part to inflation, which soared over the summer. And if prices at the grocery store are making you lose your appetite, you're not alone. Food prices shot up 11.4% over the past year, the biggest increase since 1979. The Bureau of Labor Statistics sharing new data that shows everything from eggs and flour to milk and meat cost more now. Economists say that just because of inflation, which is actually slowing down, food prices are also affected by global events such as the war in Ukraine, which is affecting the cost of wheat and other food staples, plus natural disasters like droughts that have killed crops, and the avian flu, which has hit the supply of eggs and turkeys. Well, Anchorage set records for rental prices this year, as the Department of Labor and Workforce Development says it saw the highest jump in rental prices ever recorded for the city this year. Since 2007, the Alaska has been seeing about a 2% jump each year in rental property prices. That number skyrocketed to 14.2% this year. According to a recent report by the DOL, the average Anchorage resident pays $1,339 in rent. That's typically around 24% of their monthly paychecks, but experts say the increase in rent prices was a long time coming.
It's caught up with where we should have been anyways due to the normal progression of rental rates that we've seen in recent years.
The current rent prices are considered low. The report says compared to other areas of the stat considered where rent is costing, residents on the average 31% of their paychecks. Costs in most areas require that residents spend 22 to 27% of their monthly paycheck on rent. Well, there was a big turnout today for what some will very well consider a life-saving mission. This was the scene at the Anchorage Health Department this morning, where volunteers and others were assembling 1,500 overdose rescue kits to be distributed around the state. The kits contain naloxone, a drug that can reverse an opioid overdose. Health officials say the medication is easy to administer, and they hope more people will be interested in having it on hand.
Having one isn't an indication that you do substances. It could just be you're trying to be a helper. You know, you're trying to save someone's life. This is just as important as EpiPen and glucagon, I think. So, and maybe you don't need it, but you can give it away to a friend or family member if you think they need it more.
The kits are available for free at public health centers around the state, including the Anchorage Health Department. All right, still ahead on Alaska's news source. A Twitter whistleblower told senators on Capitol Hill about safety lapses in the company that he says could put every user at risk. Find out why. That's next.
This newscast is brought to you in part by Providence, committed to providing world-class health care for Alaskans. Learn more at alaska.providence.org. And by Sadler's. For better quality home furnishings, step up to Sadler's.
Providence, Alaska now offers care close to where you live and work. Our new Midtown Clinic features urgent care and primary care services for the whole family. We offer same-day appointments 7 days a week. We also have a physical therapy gym to help you get back in tip-top shape. One location, whole family care. Learn more at alaska.providence.org.
For 37 years, there's been one gently used car sale to remember each year. One sale on immaculately maintained, late-model cars that are in amazing shape. One sale where almost anyone can get financing on a used car that is better than what's usually offered on a new car. It's the 37th annual Avis sale, brought to you by Matanuska Valley Federal Credit Union and Avis Alaska. From trucks and SUVs to small commuter cars and sedans and everything in between. Don't miss the Avis sale, September 17th at the Seward Meridian MVFCU.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
Twitter's former head of cybersecurity testified today on Capitol Hill that Twitter executives deceived users, regulators, and their own board of directors about major security concerns. This comes as senators ramp up the pressure on the tech giant while they fight a legal battle. A billionaire, Ali Vitali, has more.
Twitter leadership is misleading the public, lawmakers, regulators.
Explosive new testimony about major security concerns inside Twitter.
This enormously influential company was over a decade behind industry security standards.
Twitter's former cybersecurity chief, Peter Mudge Zatko, alleging the tech giant is rife with security flaws and oversights that leave it and its users vulnerable.
When an influential media platform can be compromised by teenagers, thieves, and spies, and the company repeatedly creates security problems on their own, this is a big deal for all of us.
Including potentially,
I love using Twitter,
for some of the lawmakers in today's hearing.
It's not far-fetched to say that an employee inside the company could take over the accounts of all of the senators in this room.
Senators also concerned about foreign actors exploiting security gaps.
Imagine if it's a malicious hacker or a hostile foreign government breaking into the president's Twitter account or sending out false information.
Based on what you heard in there, what's your concern level?
It's very high concern.
Twitter, which fired Zatko earlier this year, said his claims were riddled with inconsistencies and inaccuracies. Today's testimony comes as Twitter's very future hangs in the balance. A judge recently ruling that billionaire Elon Musk can use Zatko's allegations to bolster his case for backing out of his $44 billion deal to buy the social media giant.
And Twitter shareholders voted today to approve Musk's purchase despite his efforts to cancel the deal. That case is set to go to trial next month. Okay, after the break, whether they're playing video games or watching YouTube videos, your kids likely spend a lot of time on devices. Experts say maybe too much. Find out what to do about it.
I'll have your 7-day forecast just after the break. Sunset tonight here in Anchorage, 8:27, a loss of 5 minutes, 39 seconds. Total daylight will end up being 13 hours, 5 minutes, and will be under 13 hours tomorrow.
Ace Furniture is having a warehouse inventory blowout sale. We're overstocked. Now our problem means huge savings for you. Get discounts off our clearance prices and our everyday already low Buddies price. This is your chance to save like never before on any of our mattresses or amazing bedroom sets. Includes all of the popular sizes along with our just-in-stock wall beds. Come in while we're overstocked with quality bedroom sets and mattresses, all at slash prices.
You knew it was coming, but here's your reminder that tire changeover season is here again. And to celebrate, Alyeska Tire is giving you a chance to win a gift card for a full set of tires. All you have to do is cruise in to one of our 8 locations, check a few boxes, and wait while our team of technicians prepares your vehicle for the road ahead. Terms and conditions apply. No purchase necessary. See store for details. Alyeska Tire. We're always with you.
I work hard for my paycheck, not Kelly Shabaka. A federal investigation found Shabaka overbilled taxpayers for 596 hours while working for the government. She overbilled taxpayers for 15 weeks of work, and you and I paid for it. Her excuse was that she was engaging in fitness activities. Engaging in fitness activities? And now she wants to be a senator? Go take a hike, Kelly. The United Association is responsible for the content of this ad.
Looking for a new career? The Anchorage School District is hiring bus drivers and attendants right now. A school is the heartbeat of a neighborhood. Be a difference maker in young lives. To apply, check the ASD website and click on Hot Topics.
My skin, but better. Everyone wants it.
This does it. True Match Nude Tinted Serum. 1% hyaluronic acid in a foundation. Feels like second skin. Naturally radiant. True Match Tinted Serum from L'Oreal Paris.
We're worth it.
You're watching Alaska's Weather Source.
Good evening, everyone. And today our highlighted city is Palmer, literally. It's like Palmer saying, I want to be noticed. I'm glowing. Can't you see this beautiful water tower? We do. And thank you to Tom Youngblood for sending in that Palmer glow. Yeah, the dark clouds are still out there. And we had them moving across the arm, moving some showers into the Anchorage area. There were some sunny breaks out there, but we'll see more as we go into the next 24 to 48 hours. Still, their rainfall amounts, 0.42 of an inch here in the Anchorage area, more than an inch in Portage as well as Cordova, a ½ inch for you in Valdez, and about a 1/4 inch toward Talkeetna. Lesser amounts for both Wasilla and also Palmer. Homer, not really registering some rain so far through the day. But in Kodiak, 0.2 of an inch, a little bit more there, just over a ½ inch around King Salmon. Yakutat, that is where we're going to see a lot of heavy shower as well as rain move through Yakutat and the northern part of the Gulf Coast. Now, as we go through the Aleutians, there's just some clouds brewing, but there will be some big storms moving across that part of the state and heading into southwest Alaska. There's a few showers out there. You can still see this rotation of a low pressure system. Atmospheric river continues to plague parts of the panhandle, but the amounts this week aren't going to be quite as high. Still, it will be a very good rain. You can see there the showers rotating across southwest Alaska with some pockets of heavier activity there. Temperatures are mostly into the 50s, and it's currently raining in Bethel. 54 degrees in Nome. We have 57 in Kotzebue, and even into the interior, those temperatures upper 50s until you get to Fairbanks, 64 degrees for them in this last hour. Around the northern section of the state, it's into the 30s. There could be snow showing up in the northern part of the state. Let's go back down to Ketchikan, where there's some sunshine, and currently 59. Juneau, though, you're seeing that rainfall and standing at 53. Across the south central region, we'll see fewer showers as we move through the next 2 days. Still, they'll be out there, isolated at times, and lingering longer over Prince William Sound. But you can see where we are tonight. Temperatures into the upper 40s to low 50s, even close to mid 50s here in the Anchorage area, but rain still showing up in Talkeetna here this hour. It's going to be an active weather pattern. We'll see this area of low pressure kind of move across the Alaska Peninsula into the Gulf of Alaska. And look at this stream of moisture. That will be affecting the northern portion of the panhandle, slowly slipping to the east. Meantime, another storm system is over the west coast, rain, gusty winds, and high surf. But that's not the one or the only one that will be affecting the west coast. There's a former tropical system. Remnants of Typhoon Merbok will be associated with a low late on Thursday night and Friday that will hit the Bering Sea and closing in on the state. Also, the rainfall amounts into the panhandle, you can see that they'll be as high as 1.4 inches in Yakutat. Juneau could get in excess of 2, but 1 to 2 inches is what they are expecting as that moisture moves through. So for tomorrow, showers in Fairbanks as well as McGrath, but you'll see some sunny breaks. Look at there's where we say the snowfall potential is high around the Ukqiavik area and higher mountaintops in the south central and interior. Southeast Alaska looking for highs into the 50s as we get into the Kenai Peninsula. Also overnight lows, 40s, 50s for highs. it'll be a bit chilly in those early morning hours, but we are definitely seeing some shower activity as we head through the next couple of days. Look for highs around the mid-50s to 57 degrees in the Anchorage area. And here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Anticipate, really, I'd say Thursday night into Friday, that rain will be with us. So not a big break, but a break nonetheless. Dave?
All right, thank you so much, Jackie. Social media, video games, other electronics, they can be total time suck. As Rachel DePalma says, more than half of teens and young adults actually admit to spending too much time on social media. For example, that's according to the Family Online Safety Institute. She has tips to help make your child's online experience safer in this edition of Watching Your Wallet.
Maybe your child is getting their first tablet, or they are about to start middle school. Experts say it's always good to check in with your child about their online habits. And it's not just a one-and-done conversation. Stephen Balcom, the CEO of FOSSI, the Family Online Safety Institute, says you should be talking to your child about their online activities several times a month.
Set aside 5, 10, 15 minutes, maybe once a week, just to engage with your kids. Kids love to talk about digital technology. They love to talk about where they're going.
And kids also mimic the behavior they are seeing. So Balcom says, make sure you are being a good digital role model too.
We get complaints from kids that they can't get their parents' attention. Mom's always on Facebook. Dad's always just checking his email at dinner. Kids will do what you do, not what you tell them to do.
If your child is playing games online, read up on the parental controls of the device that they are using, whether it's a PlayStation or an Xbox or a personal computer. Also, know the game's rating, how to disable the chat, and how to disable any credit cards attached to an account. FOSSI has created a one-page safety agreement that you can download at fossi.org. There are some suggested rules for online time, and there are even blank lines, a place for you and your child to fill out together and create your own rules for online activities. With this, Watching Your Wallet, I'm Rachel DePampa.
All right, still ahead. The holidays are months away, but the shopping season has started. Holiday toy shopping is kicking into gear as big retailers and shoppers make early moves to beat inflation and supply issues.
Nurturing, empowering, and inspiring today's student to positively shape tomorrow's world. Denali PEAK, Correspondence and Homeschool.
This season on Spokesmasters.
Dude, you're my roommate? I'm just super proud of how far these guys have come. When you think that you've done all that you can, do more. This is just so freaking awesome. Let's start something great. I'm going to remember this time forever. This is your time.
Everything I've built is starting to fall apart.
Dude, no!
How was your weekend?
Oh, it was great. I hooked up my new big screen TV.
You know, if it's connected to the internet, you can download the Alaska's News Source app from the Roku store. Type Alaska's News Source into the search bar, select the app, and download. It's that simple.
Well, that's a relief because, you know, I like my appetizers simple, like mozzarella sticks.
It's not that kind of app.
Just because you're not paying for cable doesn't mean you can't stay connected to local news. You're watching Alaska's News Source.
Well, even though it's September, it's also holiday shopping season for many Americans. Already, Vicki Wynn reports on how people are looking for ways to save while keeping spirits bright and how some retailers are helping them do it.
Say hello to holiday shopping in September.
Millions of Americans making their gift lists early and checking them twice for the best bargains, both online and in stores. Inflation still running at a 40-year high, impacting almost everything, including the toy aisle.
How is inflation affecting the way we shop for toys? Per item, you're only looking at maybe a $2 to $5 increase. But when you're looking at your overall toy shopping and buying for multiple kids, that can add up really quickly.
This year, many shoppers are looking to save money, with nearly 40% planning to start buying gifts earlier. And big retailers are paying attention.
With the tap of your wand, the magic is real.
Walmart revealing its top toy list last month, including a section for items under $25. And Target releasing its Bullseye Top Toys list on Monday, featuring over 50 items starting at $14.99.
Whether you're shopping in September, October, November, December, you have a guide to help you pick off the items that your little ones are sure to love this holiday season.
Amazon also unwrapping its Toys We Love collection Monday, featuring over 100 toys and games under $50, from Squishmallows to Magnetiles. With surging prices for necessities like food and gasoline, more than half of consumers reporting they're looking to use more coupons, discounts, and sales.
Grab what you need, put it up for the holidays, and save.
Some heading to social media for advice on how to cut costs and spread holiday cheer.
I'm almost finished my shopping list.
Tiffany Timmons is a mom of 3 in Baltimore, sharing ways to save every day and for the holidays to over 630,000 followers on her TikTok at Mama Likes to Save.
Definitely get into those stores and look for the clearance, because you'll be surprised. 90% off of a $20 item is $2.
The best surprise this year could be the toys that keep on giving.
You want to look for toys that have lots and lots of play value, meaning that kids are going to get a lot of life out of them.
All right, still seems early, right? All right, the last look at the forecast for this hour is right after this quick break.
Mark, get set, go! Open one of the first 5,000 new accounts this year, and you may receive a $250 contribution with our Dash to Save incentive program. Head to the starting line with just $25 and start your education savings today. Certain restrictions apply. See website for details. To learn about Alaska 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, carefully read the official statement available at alaska529plan.com/dash-to-save.
You have a choice when it comes to your diagnostic imaging needs, and your first choice should be Providence Imaging Center. Quality care through innovation, insight, and compassion, caring not only for you, but about you. Get a better picture of your internal health by using the latest in advanced diagnostic technologies, ensuring the most comprehensive analysis and treatment available to you. Caring, compassion, community. If you're looking for the best standard in imaging, it's here at Providence Imaging Center.
For 37 years, there's been one gently used car sale to remember each year. One sale on immaculately maintained, late model cars that are in amazing shape. One sale where almost anyone can get financing on a used car that is better than what's usually offered on a new car. It's the 37th annual Avis sale, brought to you by Matanuska Valley Federal Credit Union and Avis Alaska. From trucks and SUVs to small commuter cars and sedans and everything in between. Don't miss the Avis sale, September 17th at the Seward Meridian MVFCU.
All right, Jackie, can we see any sun this week? Can we?
I can see the sun. Yeah. We're going to at least have some sunny breaks here as we go through the next couple of days. We're still looking at some heavy rain in parts of the Panhandle. There's still showers that we'll all be dealing with from southwest into south central through this evening. But south central and Anchorage specifically does clear out. So we'll see fewer clouds and fewer showers as we head into Wednesday.
Do I see anything after
Partly
that?
sunny skies on Thursday with a high temperature of up to 57 degrees. Rain, though, I'd say count on that. Starting Thursday night, going into Friday. Looks like Saturday we're going to still have that hanging around. So no 60s showing up. In fact, if you go way to the end of the 7-day forecast, just 51 for a high.
All right. Thank you, Jackie, and thank all of you for watching us. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock.
On demand.
Alaska
Alaska Countertops is your home solution center. We've got it all. Cabinets for both indoors and out. Luxury vinyl, carpet, cork, bamboo, hardwoods, tile for floors and walls, sinks, faucets, tubs, shower surround products, and windowsills. Plus the largest selection of cabinet knobs and pulls in the state. And of course, countertops. Need a job done? Bring in the measurements for a free design estimate. See our beautiful showroom, 122 West 92nd. Alaska Countertops, your home solution center.
George wants to help out the busboy.
Like you really know busboys. Oh, like you do. Hey, at least I was a camp waiter. Camp? It was a fat camp. Those kids depended on me.
And Elaine has to get rid of her boyfriend.
He's a wonderful guy, but I hate his guts.
I'll leave tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Are you crazy? No, now, let's go.
On the next.
Shut up and pack!
Seinfeld. Watch Seinfeld after Alaska's news source at noon.
Mary Peltola is running for Congress to represent us from a small Yupik fishing village on the Kuskokwim River. 5 terms as a state legislator from Bethel. 8 years as chair of the bipartisan Bush Caucus, delivering on development in Alaska. Proud Coast Guard mom. Fishing boat captain at age 14. And the only candidate who will protect our privacy rights and the freedom to choose.
I'm Mary Peltola, and I approve this message.